Good morning, friends. So today's forecast now says it is not going to rain today, but tomorrow. However, we are, regardless, going to try to close all this up and weatherproof it because gotta do it at some point. Why not today? So Phil has already beaten me outside. He is up. We are gonna tack some Tyvek on there. Oh, give him another wave, Phil. We're gonna try and tack some Tyvek up there to keep all the water out this winter. Again, not a permanent solution, but we need to deal with this siding at some point next year, not this winter. So closing this all up is the game plan for the day, whether it rains or not. Hopefully not. It is very, very comfortable weather at the moment. We have also been reflecting on how well the situation has been going. We've been making great progress. We are considering potentially opening up the back, this side here, just the lower little bits there, and insulating it in the same way that we were insulating the bottom of this side yesterday, just because it's so effective and our kitchen is so cold in the winter. I think we probably showed clips of us jamming insulation behind all of the sink and everything in here last winter, and having seen how effective it is to get in there and just jam some insulation in there, we're like considering, should we maybe do the same thing here? It's already open, as you can see, so it wouldn't be that hard to just take off a couple layers of siding, couple layers of sheathing, and do the same exact thing, wad some insulation in there, and hopefully warm up the kitchen this year. That would be a welcome change to everything. Oh, look at, we've got a silly dog making a silly request. What do you want there, little peanut? What'd you do with your stick? You don't know. Papa? Where'd he go? Papa don't know. Easy. Oh, he is. What'd you do? Papa? We must appease the beast. Okay, off to work.
That's 84 about. 84 would be here. Did that reach the plywood? Not quite.
Not quite.
So let's just install this panel and we'll get more.
I'm not going to say I told you so, but also there was a reason that I added house wrap to the grocery list. This whole section is such a mess. We are fully aware of it, but again, it's work that's going to happen in the spring, so just temporarily tidying up to hold over for another winter? First winter like this? I don't know. What is time? Really? We had debated whether we should give this side here the same treatment as that back there, like just ripping off basically this full course under the window and pulling off all the layers and insulating it, but because the sill plate is in such a bad shape down here, I was a little bit worried that that might become a big old can of worms that we were not prepared to handle or just like have the time to properly tackle while we're here this trip. So we've decided that on this section we are just going to slap some more Tyvek on it and keep it watertight for the winter and address it in the spring along with everything else. It's gonna be a really busy spring. Subscribe to follow along. I guess. Also, because this has so many layers of siding on it right now, currently, that they're probably doing an okay job of insulation. Nothing compared to an actual bat of mineral wool, but you know, it's not like it's just plaster. So now that we've got the side of the house taken care of, let's take a sec to care for our immune system's compliments of today's sponsor, AG1. It should come as no surprise that eating healthy and taking care of my body has always been important to me, but I will admit that despite my parents' best efforts, I've never really had success with adding vitamins into my daily routine. It was just too clunky and it never really stuck. Enter AG1, a daily health drink with over 75 vitamins and minerals and 5 probiotic strains that's going to help support gut health and fill in some common nutrient gaps. As a professional athlete, I've been aware of AG1 for a long time. I've even taken it on contract with me. Their travel packs are super convenient for that, and it makes it really easy to maintain those healthy habits even while we're on the road and in different countries. And they did just release 3 new flavors. They've got citrus, berry, and tropical. I will say I'm quite used to the regular flavor, but the new flavors were kind of a fun and refreshing change, and I particularly liked the citrus. So if you're looking for a clear and simple way to supplement your daily nutrients and form some healthy habits for the future, you can give AG1 a try by heading to my link or scanning the QR code on screen to get their welcome kit. And that's going to include a morning person hat, a year's supply of vitamin D3 plus K2, an AG1 flavor sampler, plus you'll get to try their new sleep supplement AGZ for free. That's $126 in free gifts for new subscribers. That's a little corgi. What are you doing?
I'm in a hole.
Are you investigating? Are you sniff-gestigating? What you doing? As you can probably tell, we decided to wrap the entire house and then cut the openings for the doors. A great plan, as long as you make sure you have the box cutter on the outside of the house before you wrap it. It's just like a Christmas present, albeit a very large, expensive, drafty Christmas present. And just like that, we're locked out of our house. No doors, no windows. I thought I could make it. I'm so close. So with the entryway wrapped, we just went around tucking in and folding under any loose edges, just like, you know, a proper gift wrap job. Sears and Macy's, please take note, I am for hire this holiday season.
Can I make it?
We got some new motion sensor lights for the house. Phil accidentally went smash with the one that was currently there, but it wasn't very bright. It took a really specific bulb and it wasn't motion censored. So while I prefer the aesthetics of the other one for now, the functionality of this one is going to be an improvement. And yeah, it's nice to have light when you walk in the house. What can I say? So that's her new favorite spot. I don't know what's going on, but she's been absolutely loving hanging out in the car while we work on the house. She's a weird one. All right, let's get her up.
Done.
Wow. It's ugly but effective. We could probably get a more aesthetic light in there. But yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, friends, as promised, it is a very gloomy, rainy day. Hence me standing by the window because it's the only place in this room that I get any sort of decent light. But we are definitely going to be staying inside today. I am glad we managed to close up the house yesterday, so it will be staying dry. And Phil and I had a good talk this morning about what it is exactly we wanted to tackle inside today. We had a couple options, but we have decided we are going to tackle one of the aforementioned side quests on this trip here, and that is redoing a little bit of the plumbing to the radiators that are in the extension part of the house, so the entryway and the kitchen, because we weren't fully satisfied with the way that we did it last year. So, do you see that little fitting? This little fitting right here, these guys, nobody will know how long we've been working to get them there. Well, the rest of the house, we can go underneath to the basement and run everything under there. There is no basement under this part of the house. For context, if you can't tell, we're in the kitchen with the lovely bird wallpaper, and I've been wearing my mask a lot. Wow. Yeah, so there's no basement, so it's just a little crawl space, just enough for some ventilation. So there was a lot of creative problem solving that took place today. Several hours spent on this lovely fitting right there. We kind of lucked out in that it was a very mild winter and none of the pipes froze, but we just aren't happy with the way that we did it. We have the pipes running in an area of the house that is not sufficiently insulated, and if it would be a really cold winter, they would be prone to freezing. Now we are using PEX, we're not using metal piping, and there is a lot more flexibility in there for expansion, so even if the water would freeze, there is a chance that it wouldn't explode. But you know, because we're gone for so much of the year, it just would make us feel better to know that we had plumbed it in a part of the house that was fully interior and not quasi-exterior. I'm not going to go too much into the weeds here on it. Maybe I'll do a little second channel deep dive on how we plumbed it and why we're changing things. But for now, suffice it to say, we're working inside and we're changing this plumbing out. So the way we have it plumbed right now, hello Canal, you are not helping things. We're not going outside. No, toast it. Eddie, toast it. Oui. So the way we have it plumbed right now is that these pipes here, the PEX goes around the corner and then it dips under the floor right here. But the problem is that this whole section is an uninsulated crawl space. The real foundation of the house starts like right on that threshold there, and that is all insulated, but this isn't. So there's a tiny section here, and Phil filmed it, so I will show you a clip in a second. This is what you're looking like. This is passing through a completely uninsulated area before it dips down into the basement, which is not great, because while we had that mild winter last year, it wouldn't take that much of a cold snap for those pipes to become quite vulnerable. So instead we're going to switch these. They're going to go straight through this wall and they're going to pop out. Ready for the chaos? Ready for the chaos? They're going to pop out right there, kind of behind that window, and then either go into the basement or meet up with this. We're not 100% certain yet. You'll find out as we do. Let's go. Fun contraption. That's so fun. Clever. And it was very clever, but unfortunately the hole we had to drill was too close to the ground to be able to use it.
Does it look level? I get some points.
It's hard to say. I can't really see what looks level because everything's so crooked in here. Let's go see where that came out. That's a pretty darn good height. So now that we've got our hole, apologies for the horrible lighting, but if you can see, the hole is right there, just under the horizontal line. I've gone ahead and set up the laser level here because we would like to ideally pass the pipe at the correct level so that if we ever decided to extend this into a longer radiator, that it would be at the correct height to do so. So using the pilot hole as just an idea of where on the wall here we need to pass through. Now we're going to enlarge this hole so that, you know, we can pass pipes through it, and we're gonna do it at the correct height because if we, you know, might want to eventually make this element, make it a longer radiator if it needs more heat in here. And yeah, we're just trying to future-proof this whole situation as much as possible. I do deeply hate that it means making holes in our original baseboard, but we do fortunately have the skill to then patch it back up in the future if we decide, you know, if we switch this back to the original cast iron radiators or whatever. I would love to do that, but have no money for it right now, so we're stuck with these guys. Yeah. Onwards.
Just make sure that I don't puncture the pipe. I'm gonna be about the same place, just a bit higher.
You're good. I see the laser level peeking through. That's funny.
Yeah, because the X is right at this...
You're very precise. Looked a lot harder than it should have been.
I think that I'm hitting the post, but just with the side of the bit.
Yeah. It's time to cut the water lines. And we are anticipating a bit of leakage. So, gonna drain out the system. So it's, we're working on dry pipes.
The handle's up.
Bait goes up.
1, 2, 3, go.
That was so anticlimactic. Okay. That went well. That went well. With the pipes drained and the lines cut, we could clean up the holes that we had made in the baseboard, and then we had a pretty clean straight shot from the entryway into the rest of the house, and we could start passing the new lines. Can we just take a second to appreciate this little heat shield that Phil has improvised? It is a piece of aluminum siding to, you know, protect the floor, and then a thin piece of, I don't know, masonite fake wood siding underneath here to absorb it. Wow, I was not done talking. And then underneath it, to do a little bit more heat absorption and protect the wood floors, is this weird piece of masonite we had laying around. Heat proof. And here we're just taking off the old fittings to put some new ones on. Previously they had been elbows with a 90-degree angle in them, and we're just swapping them out for some straight ones because we no longer need to go down into the basement.
Oh, that's funny. Check. There's a flame in there.
Got it. So the whole reason that we're on this particular side quest today, for anybody who is wondering, is because we looked at the forecast, I'll put it up here for you, and realized that the weather today and tomorrow is going to be like okay. Not super warm, definitely not as warm as the last few days, but okay weather. But then after that, it drops quite quickly to like a high of 6 degrees. And since potentially, if something goes wrong here, if we don't finish one of the sides, we're going to be without heating overnight. We decided we would rather be without heating on a night when it's, 14 or 15 instead of 6 or 7. So that's why we are trying to tackle this now. Also because it's raining outside and it is nice to do a little bit of work inside while it's raining. But the main factor here is definitely the weather. Yep. Wait, okay. There we go. Quick update, we've got one radiator replumbed, and we have now run out of a couple of the necessary connections to do the other side. So Phil is currently at the hardware store, the plumbing supply store, getting those connections before they close, but it is already 4:30. So we are probably gonna hold off on doing the second radiator until tomorrow. Haven't talked with Phil, but if I had to guess, that's what we're gonna do, just so that we can have heating for tonight. It is, like I said, almost 5 p.m. And if we start on the second side and don't finish it before we go to bed, it means we don't get any heating at night. Then again, that might be exactly the kind of thing that Phil decides we should just jump in and tackle. So I don't know, gonna wait till he gets back. We'll have a little discussion and let's see where we end up. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a happy doggo.
Oh, the buttons. Oh, the buttons.
Oh, it's a happy doggo. It's a very yellow doggo.
Look at a few things.
You went to Valley Village without me. Vacuum trainer. Okay, what'd you get?
Little lamp for outside.
Even though we just got...
Yeah, but if the motion sensor is giving trouble, at least we have option B.
It is a much better price.
Yeah, and short term you could go in the front door.
Then we could have 2 on the side. Or maybe not.
Yeah, or the other side with the condemned door.
Oh yeah.
From our kitchen outside, there's wires sticking out, so we could also wire it there. A little bin basket maybe for your office upstairs, so you can do basketball with a shriveled piece of never to be seen content drafts. And another in perfect shape little this for maybe the other side, or if this one gives away its soul, or
price, how much was it?
This was $6.49 Canadian pesos.
Lovely, that's a pretty darn good price.
Yeah, just missing the weight here, but this we can.
You could 3D print one.
Oh, a weight? Yeah, maybe.
Well, something to hold a weight.
Oh no, I'm gonna melt the old lead pipes into a weight.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure that's gonna go swimmingly.
All right, cool, fun. I'm still mad you went without me, but...
It wasn't my way. And also, almost $200 of little plastic plumbing parts.
We just needed 2 connections.
I know, but I took more because when we plumb the other side, we still need them. They take them back by the unit.
Oh, okay.
It's the same price. So at the end, when we're all done with plumbing, we can bring everything back.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
In that case, I accept. So the question everyone wants to know is, are we doing the second radiator tonight?
Yes.
Are we sure?
No, because maybe we go to the movies for your birthday.
I don't think there's anything good in the movies.
I think they might.
Okay, so the verdict is if there's a good movie in cinemas, we're gonna do the Radiators tomorrow. And if there isn't anything good in cinema, then we're gonna do the Radiators.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
Wait, yeah. Oh, that was bad filming.
Let's move this up, because otherwise you can't see me. Our life is on fire.